Citing an APA, the basics, adapted from Purdue OWL. APA is a format used for scholarly writing. The rules and conventions of APA are defined by the American Psychological Association, hence the name APA. They are published as the APA Manual, now in its 6th edition. APA is commonly used in social sciences such as psychology and related fields. As an author-date citation style, APA is often used in the design disciplines because of its focus on publication date. APA regulates 3 basic areas: the stylistics or layout of a paper, the in-text citations, and the list of references to other writings. This presentation will cover the basics of each of these 3 areas. Stylistics. An APA formatted paper should be typed, double-spaced and printed on 8.5 by 11 paper. It should have 1-inch margins all around and use a regular font such as Times New Roman, Calibri or Arial. As well as a title page, the paper should include a page header or title in the upper left-hand side of every page and a page number on the upper right-hand side. There are 3 major sections to a paper: the title page, the body of the work, and the list of references. The title page includes the page header as it appears on all subsequent pages and the title centered in the upper half of the page. The main body of the text should begin on the next page, numbered as page 2. Text should be double-spaced, and where appropriate, all references should be included in the text in parenthetical citations. Tables and figures should also be formatted according to APA standards. In-text citations. Citations are included in the text to help readers locate cited resources in the list of references at the end of a paper. Whenever a source is used, include the author and date of publication. The author should be identified by the last name. Publication date should be the year. When closely paraphrasing or directly quoting a resource, a page number should also be included. Remember, when quoting a resource, to keep the quotation brief and concise. Citation information can be built into the text or included in parentheses. Here are 2 sentences demonstrating how the citation information can be included. Sentence 1, Fishman, parentheses 1987, has stated that the bourgeoisie tended to withdraw from all contact with the working class beyond what was necessary to economic life, parentheses page 83. Sentence 2. The bourgeoisie frequently avoided contact with working-class Parisians beyond what was necessary to economic life, parentheses Fishman, 1987, page 83. As long as the author's name, date, and when appropriate, page number are included somewhere in the text, enough information is provided to direct your reader to the resource. You do not need to repeat the information. How the citation is included depends on your own writing style. Let's look at some more examples. You can include the author and date in parentheses at the end of a summary or paraphrase. You can use the author's name as a signal phrase and follow it up later with the date. If quoting directly, you can follow the same pattern but include the page number in parentheses after the quotation. If there are no identified authors, you can use the title of the work instead. Include the whole title, or, if using parentheses, add quotation marks to make the distinction more clear. If the author is an organization, include the name of the organization. If there is a well-known abbreviation for the organization, in this example FDA for Food and Drug Administration, you can use that instead after the first time you cite. If 2 authors have the same last name, distinguish them by using a first initial, such as here. If you are citing multiple works by the same author published in the same year, distinguish the works by listing them as A, B, C, etc., as shown here. To cite an email, interview, or letter, identify the source as a personal communication. Include the author and the full date. Personal communications do not need to be included in your list of references. Finally, use the author date style for electronic documents. Electronic documents may not have page numbers. If you want to closely paraphrase or quote directly, include the number of the paragraph to help your reader locate the information. As you can see, there are many rules to APA. For more detailed information, consult the APA manual or look at one of the resources available online. References. The references should begin with a title, References. Double-space the entries. For each entry, the first line should be flush left with the margin, with all subsequent lines indented. Entries should be listed alphabetically by the author's last name, as shown here. There are 5 basic pieces of information to include in a reference: the author's name, the date, the title, where it was published, and who published it. Authors are listed by last name, with initials for first names. Dates follow in parentheses. Titles should be italicized. These basics vary slightly depending on the type of resource you are using. For example, online resources require a URL, while journal articles need the volume and issue number. All this can get quite complicated. The best way to be sure you are including the correct information is to follow this strategy. Step 1. Identify the type of resource you are using. Step 2. Find an example. Step 3. Mirror the example using the information you have for your resource. There are many places online to find examples, and remember, if you are using a source online from a library database or from an ebook, citations will be included by the vendor. Just look for a cite option. Here are a few of the excellent resources that you can use online for free to help you with formatting APA references. Note down some of these names and try out a few for yourself. It's easy, and that's APA.